From this point here in Gateshead we can see a number of the gate Carter locations, and here this is a St Cuthbert's village built in 1967 originally. This is the site of where Glenda had her supposedly luxury apartment where was being set up by Kinnear and Brumby at the same time. Of course the two didn't know about each other. Anyway, originally when it was built in 1967 there was 14 tower blocks here of 6 and 8 stories, plus one 18-storey building which had 85 units, and that's the one we've got in front of us. The 6 and 8 stories, which is a total of 144 units, were demolished in 1994 as a slum. And what this leads me to believe is that this film is not only a gangster film. It looks down to a certain extent on people from this area. I don't know if it exactly looks down. I was just repeating the opinions of people from the south. But it's a comment on the brutalist architecture, because we keep seeing scenes of it. And when you see in the film, it looks almost as though it's at the seaside, as though you have the wind and all the rest of it, but an unpleasant place at the seaside. What we don't see in the film, we get the impression it's going down to something, so I get the impression it was going down to the sea. Well, you could get that impression. I knew it was going down to the river, and there you got these wonderful views. And this building here, I can see why people may consider it to be a slum. But look at that. I mean, you've got the River Tyne, you've got the countryside beyond it. But you also have the other side of the river too, which isn't all that pleasant. We've got places at the very beginning of the film when Carter goes to see his brother. You've got the scenes of the back streets where he actually lives, which is down there in that direction in Benwell, and you can see from Benwell there are. I'll close a bit on Benwell as close as I can get. But you can see to the other side of the Tyne, and there was a power station down there. Now the power station's gone. There's a Costco in its place. Another thing we've got down there are the swathes, which were used for loading coal. That is the structure there on the river, which may have been used, I think, and I think it was used for part of the final scene with when he's chasing after Eric. Although I think only part of it was actually filmed there, because most of it was clearly done in Blythe. But I think part of it was there. Anyway, I mean, I stand open to correction on that. I may be wrong. This is the western part of Newcastle. In front. And the impression we also get is that it is some distance away, but from the car park. But it's not. The car park this is. I'm not certain I can see it or not from here. Maybe I can't. But it's in close walking distance. There we have the bridge. So it's all in a very small area. So when Glenda picks them up down there near the bridge and brings them back here, the time's actually shown in the film. Obviously it was a sexual thing in the film, but was all the time was needed to get back here. And now we have the wind. Well, that gives it a little bit of realism, and putting it into the context of the film, and to a certain extent the stark nature of the climate here. Same time we have the trains going into the station, long distance lines, they're the ones from London, so Carter, as he came up from London, would have gone in that way. got to say that I find Gateshead, I didn't think this when I lived here, but I find it now really fascinating. We've got a mixture, so many cultures here, and it seems like the ideal place to come to get something to eat, because you've got so much choice. I mean, you've got people from Kurdish people, you've got people from Pakistan, you've got Jewish people. It's for a night out with fast food, it's the place to be. So I don't think there's many too flash restaurants around there.